Hi everybody, welcome back to the Energy Stoners Cafe and Talk with TQ. Tonight I'm so privileged to be at a dance studio in a dance school in Peekskill, New York. It's called Just the Place for Dance. I'm interviewing two fabulous women, Sharon Simmons-Wright and Symone Lassic. She's a classic. And I'm really thrilled to be here because they're going to talk about something that I don't do, but should do, and I'm thrilled. I'm very impressed with them. So ladies, welcome to Talk with TQ and the Energy Stoners Cafe.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
It's my pleasure. You know, I'm always a little bit awestruck by guests that do something that I don't do well. And the kind of dance that you teach here is something I don't do well. I know that there's a lot of benefits to it. So tell me, how did you get into dance?
Okay, well, as you said earlier, my name is Sharon Simmons-Wright. I am the founder and executive artistic director of Just the Place. Just the Place was founded in 2001. We actually started in the Bronx, New York. And we moved up here, and I think it was around 2016. And this studio, where we're located now, opened in 2020, right before the pandemic. Oh. We opened in January of 2020, and we closed in March of 2020.
So how did you resurrect?
We are a not-for-profit dance studio. So we were blessed enough to receive grants. And the grants allowed us to keep our doors open even though we were closed. So we actually began operations in September of 2020 on a very small scale. We only had 8 children. And we were able to social distance, we were able to do some virtual classes, and we were able to keep the program running. So we are very grateful for that.
So working with children, tell me about that. What's it like to be working with children during the pandemic?
Well, I have a master's degree in education. I am a retired educator. I taught for over 33 years, and I retired in 2020 as an instructional coach. So I've always been around children. So working with children in dance became second nature for me. I started dancing when I was 10 years old, and I fell in love with the art, and I continued. So merging dance and children became very natural for me.
That's great. And how do the two of you know each other?
So I met Miss Sharon actually through the church, through liturgical dance ministry at Mount Olivet Baptist Church. So she was teaching there, and I was a praise dancer at the time. And I believe that's how we met, correct?
Yeah, that's exactly how we met.
So through Miss Sharon teaching, I don't know how I migrated into the dance studio. She just knew me, asked me if I wanted to come and become an instructor here. And I became an instructor for modern and jazz dance. And it also aligned because I got my degree as well, received my degree in early education. So we kind of connected on that level when we went to the school system for the LEAP program and all of that, because I was able to also integrate my education background with dance. So it all worked out. So here I am.
So teaching's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
It's a noble endeavor. Yeah. Do you teach adults as well for dance?
Yes, we have some adult programs, but what we found out is that the adults are not as consistent as the children.
Oh.
So we'll have a dance class for the adults. It'll be on the schedule, and we may start out with 10 or 12 adults, and the next week we have 8, and the next week we have 5, and the next week we have 3, until it's down to just us. So what we decided to do with the adults is just workshops. So our program basically is geared towards children.
Okay. So the workshop, I'm just curious, the workshop, because I think I'm adult, that's a rumor. I had a childhood. There's a rumor. I think it might be true, but I know I'm an adult, and I know that we're all educators, so my specialty is adult learning theory. Okay. My master's is in that, but I'm not talking about myself, but I'm wondering, how is it different teaching dance to adults? You say they're not consistent because they have all other responsibilities?
Absolutely. Oh. Absolutely. And, I understand because I have children as well. And when you work for a full day and then you come home and you have to cook and you have to get children ready for school tomorrow and do homework and all those different things, you tend to put yourself last, unfortunately. So if you have that dance scheduled, you may want to attend, you may just be tired. Maybe your child has a sporting event. Maybe your child has a dance class. So unfortunately, you don't get to attend regularly.
Yeah.
But the children come consistently.
Right, it's fun.
Yes.
You know, it's fun for even adult children. So Symone, you said you were a praise dancer?
Yes, yes.
I know what that is, but talk about that.
So liturgical dance, as we call it, praise dance, it's a little bit different than, I would say, well, you can incorporate technique into liturgical dance, but how is it different from technical dance? Is that your question?
Yeah, or any dance.
Okay. I would say that liturgical dance is different in the sense that you're worshiping God. You're putting him at the center of everything. You're making sure that you're starting with scripture, you're ending, and your lifestyle is pretty much trying to reflect that, and it also helps you to be a better human being outside of the church walls, just in general. So that's how I would say it's different, just incorporating God at the center of
There's
everything.
a different type of spiritual component.
Exactly.
Dance is very spiritual.
Absolutely.
You know, even if you're just on the dance floor at a party, there is something spiritual about it. You know, I want to talk to people like you about, because I know there's something about dance. What is it that happens? I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but I dwell on this. What is it that happens on the inside that allows a person to make themselves an instrument? I know that singers have something that comes deep from within. I believe it might be the same with dance. You're able to bring that out in the children, it sounds like, easier than with the adults, because they show up.
I think for me, I do choreography as well. I do a lot of choreography, especially for the trained technical dancers. It's a connection. It's a connection, and usually I've always told people that I see music. So when I hear the music, I'm actually seeing the movements, and I make a connection with that. So the music has to move me, and then I see it, and they often ask me, where do I come up with the choreography? And I say, I don't know if I did.
Oh.
I don't know if I did. You know, it just flows through me. So I really don't know if I can fully take credit for that.
So it feels like a divine intervention.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also heard a quote the other day that said, whatever's in my subconscious or whatever the things that I suppress, it usually comes out on the dance floor, and I'm not responsible for that person. And that's how I feel as a performer sometimes, because dance is like my sacred space. It's where I release. So like Miss Sharon said, sometimes it's not even my voice that I'm expressing. It's other people's voice. It's the things that I see on a daily basis that just inspires me to then express that emotion. So for me, it's really just a good release, a sacred space.
I'm wondering also, when people come to you with their children or with themselves, it seems to me there might be some kind of an expectation, or do people just like come in and say, okay, let's dance? But you say technical dance, so there is some kind of an instruction that's happening there. Talk to me about that.
Absolutely. There's definitely instruction going on. And we definitely work on technique, you know, understanding your body and your placement, the placement of the feet, the placement of the arms, the placement of the head, the way the movement should be expressed, the same way we were talking about internally. But when a parent comes here and they bring their child, I have a conversation with them, because we are a community school. And some children may be looking to become the next Alvin Ailey dancer or the next American Ballet company member. And I make the expression of, that's awesome if that happens. But that's not our goal. That's not our goal.
What is the goal?
The goal is to raise self-esteem. Raise self-esteem through dance. You know, we were talking earlier about body types for dance. There's all types of bodies. I'm we're small women, you know, and in dance years ago, they wanted you to be tall because you needed long legs and, you know, different things like that. But those standards have changed. You know, I have some children come in and they're larger. Their frame is just larger. That's their build. And parents say, oh, can she take ballet? And I say, why not? Why not? Of course she can. You know, those standards have changed. It's for everyone. And that's what we want the community to understand. We want all shapes, sizes, heights, colors.
Yeah, and even in the beginning when you said, oh, I don't dance, I'm not a dancer, I believe everyone is a dancer at heart. Even if you're just moving to music, I'm sure you've been out and you've heard music and you're just moving your body. That's dancing, you know? It's your own dance that's within your own spirit. So I do believe that. And we do we do teach our students here to just embody their own voice and bring that out, whatever that looks like to them. As Miss Sharon says, put some stank on it. So whatever that stank is, it comes out through dance.
I get it. Well, it's kind of like people singing in the shower, and because of, you know,
exactly.
I mean, I know that I find myself, I play music all the time, and if anybody who knows me, they know they come into my space wherever I am. There's music playing all the time, and I do move to it. And I think that I believe there is a spiritual component. I mean, you two, the way you carry yourselves, watching the way you walk around, you have a way about you. So you are doing some pliés, I can tell. You're doing some pliés, and what are those, arabesques?
Look at you, you know all the lingo.
I did. Now I had a grandmother that put me in dance school for a minute because she wanted me to be more poised because I was a little clumsy girl. You know, but dance is in my blood. My grandparents, ballroom dancers. There's a,
nice.
You know, it's a thing. It's a thing. You know, I believe there's a genetic code with that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a genetic code for, that's just, you know. What do you think? Do you think there's a genetic code with dance?
Like that's an interesting question because my mom did not dance. My grandmother did not dance. My dad did not dance.
Why not?
That was never their interest. But my sister and I are both dancers.
Oh.
So I don't know.
You should check your ancestry and see if they're
Before that, right?
Yeah,
that would be
sometimes
interesting.
those things come out, you know?
Yeah.
For a birthday, that's a good thing to ask for, ancestry DNA, you know, and then you find out things that you never knew.
Right.
You know, because it seems like you two seem so poised, so natural, you know? I mean, I think that's a beautiful thing. I really do.
Thank you.
So explain to our audience the difference between, we were talking praise dancing, technical dancing. I know there's jazz dance has become a thing, as jazz music is now being taught at Juilliard, where years ago they wouldn't do that. And I know a little bit about modern dance. If you went to a certain school system, it was part of the gym curriculum. You had to learn modern dance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and other kinds of folk dancing from other countries, and you know, so not every school does that. I imagine.
No, my school didn't.
Really, what school did you go to?
I went to A. Philip Randolph Campus High School on the campus of City College.
Nice.
Member of the first graduating class. I just dated myself.
Yay, let's look it up.
Yes.
That's wonderful. You know, I really admire that. You know, people that go to specialized high schools, and
It was great.
and then they stick with it, and now look at you. Just the place, ink. It's yours. You know.
Yes.
So you feel that you're really living your dream. I imagine.
Yes, I do. A difficult journey because, as I said, we're a nonprofit. So I did work in New York City Department of Education for 33 years.
Ooh,
which
that's a
was,
long
yes,
time.
that was a very long time.
Yeah.
Which was able to sustain myself and my family, you know. So this is part of the dream, you know, after the educational component.
Yeah.
Even though I did dance throughout, but, you know, this is different.
Well, how so?
Oh, because owning a business is different, you know. I danced for years, performed with different companies, traveled. I hung those shoes up. Those days are behind me. I am not performing anymore. and owning the business and seeing it come to fruition and pushing the kids through the path that I went is what I enjoy now. And I still enjoy being creative. And that's the biggest thing for me now, the creativity and working with the talented dancers.
Yes.
You know, most of the teachers are still dancing with me and for me and performing. So that part I really enjoy.
So Symone, do you perform?
Yes, Miss Sharon has us performing for the most part. I think that I perform mostly with Just the Place right now, which I am looking forward to our performance coming up at the MoCA. But I was training more so before the pandemic hit back in 2019, 2018. I was training for Broadway, but once the pandemic hit, I kind of stopped that training. But now I am enjoying teaching a lot more. So
You did not, it sounds like you did not expect to.
Oh, I didn't. That was very unexpected. I was heavy in my vocal training, heavy in my dance program at Broadway Dance Center. But then once the pandemic hit, that had to
Changed everything.
be put to a halt.
Yeah.
And she came on with us.
I did.
Yeah. You know, famous last words, you said, I'm not performing anymore. And the thing that went through my head is famous last words. Sharon.
She's going to perform somewhere.
And it's so funny because I was just asked to perform at an event in Mount Vernon. And I did agree.
Oh.
I did agree, but for one dance, just for one, because it's their anniversary.
Okay, again.
So it would be one.
I don't feel like a dancer's ever done performing, but
Again, famous last words.
And our performance she just brought up, we're having a fabulous performance at the MoCA. Last year we were invited to perform at their Writing on the Walls event.
Oh, nice.
And the ladies came out and it was fabulous. They received a standing ovation. I was so proud of them. And as a result, they've asked us to return and they're giving us our own show.
Ooh.
Yes.
Tell me
it
more.
is.
Tell me more.
The concept of the show is called There's a Message in Our Movement. And it is taking all the different things that are going on in our society today and we're expressing it through movement. With various pictures behind us from different artists. And it is February 24th, which is a Saturday. We're doing it the end of Black History Month. February 24th at 3 o'clock, and that's a Saturday. And Sunday, February 25th at 7 p.m.
And what is the name of the show?
There's a Message in Our Movement.
There's a message in our movement.
Yes.
I like it. There is actually a message in our movement. You know, I believe you.
Yes.
I concur. Yes. This is so exciting that you're going to be performing at the MoCA. You know, maybe our audience doesn't know about the MoCA. It's a museum in Peekskill, New York.
Yes.
And it's fabulous. There's a lot of visual art, but there's the Black Box Theater.
Yes.
And a lot of exciting things happen in there. Will you be working with Mara Mills?
Absolutely. She was just here a minute ago.
That's
and
right.
we had a great conversation. And we're working on all of the visuals behind the dancers. And we're about to pull it together.
Yeah, she does. She's a great director.
Yes.
Yes.
She is so
is.
good.
She is.
You know, I love watching her. I discovered her over there at the MoCA, you know, with Katori Walker.
Okay.
Katori Walker in a Juma, one-woman show, you know, and you guys are going to be doing, I know it's going to be fantastic. I will not miss this one. I'll
I'm glad
definitely
to hear that.
make a point to be there now that things are sort of leveling out with the COVID and other things in people's lives. You know, I can actually do what I like. But, you know, okay, so you have a specific part. Are you going to be in a chorus of dancers? Will you be performing alone, Symone?
I do have a solo in the show, which I'm very excited about. It really speaks to, the song is called I Was Created for This. I don't want to give away too much, but it's called I Was Created for This. And I was saying when Miss Sharon brought it to me that she was choreographing it for a solo piece, I was saying to her how, wow, like this really aligns with my life right now. This is really fitting. And she was saying, oh, well, I knew it. We were here. But the piece really speaks about your purpose. And sometimes we might doubt ourselves about if we were created to do something. And it really just speaks to you to know that, to have the confidence in yourself, to know that you are supposed to be doing exactly what you're doing. and you were designed to do that, and you're in the right field. So it's just confirmation.
So
for me.
where's the music part come into the dance? Is there someone that wrote the music, or is this the music did it exist already?
The music existed already.
Okay.
And when I heard it, once again, I saw it. I saw the dance, and then I also saw Symone, because I know who she is and how she moves, and how she could embody this dance. So I saw all of it, and then I brought it to her and said, "You're going to be doing a solo."
She did. And I'm excited.
So great.
Yeah.
That's so great. What an honor to have a professional recommend you for her own show. I mean, you're handpicked.
Yes, I was
you
definitely honored. I was
Yeah,
honored.
That's beautiful. I can't wait to see it. So, are you collaborating for this production with other artists of other disciplines?
Yes. There was an event that Mara had at the MoCA, Museum of Contemporary Art. We keep saying the MoCA. And she chose some visuals, and we went through them together. So we have, I don't know all the artists' names, but we have some of their work. And then Ocean. Ocean is sending some stuff all the way from Costa Rica.
Oh, he's still there.
Yes. He was here a while ago. We just visited together. But yes. Ocean Morissette. So we have a lot of his art that he's sending
Photography.
to be a part of this this presentation.
And I imagine you have set designers you're working with set designers at all? And costume designers?
Costumes, yes. We're actually doing the costumes ourselves. The set isn't that much, because we know that the black box is fairly small.
Yes.
So we really don't have a set. I think the visual art behind us will be the set.
Right, so
Yes.
I guess there's somebody working on that.
Yes, Jeremy is doing that.
He's very good at what he
Yes,
does
he
as
is.
well.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, this is very exciting.
It
you know,
is.
especially considering it'll be a new year. You know, do you feel that the most recent events we've gone through with pandemic and everything that came with it affected your creativity?
That is such a good question. I never really thought about it, to be honest. I don't really know if I have an answer for that.
Yeah.
I don't think so, is what I can say. I don't think so, but I'm not really sure.
So difficult to be objective about ourselves.
Yes.
You know, it's other people that tell you.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
You know, what they see. You know, I mean, you're doing a production over there that was not born until after the beginning of the pandemic.
Yes.
The idea. So there was a seed planted, I imagine.
I think the seed was planted when these beautiful ladies danced last year.
Oh.
And I think that's what planted the seed. And it's growing from there, because they've always asked me to start my own dance company. They've been asking me that for a few years. And I considered it, but we know how time gets away from you and you're doing 1,000 things, and it never really felt like it was the right time, or that we had the time to do it. And we had the conversation that maybe through that this might be the initiation of the company.
Oh, wow. Let's see what happens.
Yes.
You know, it's exciting to speak to somebody about something that they're about to do, and I kind of feel the energy the energy will be there for you, and you'll have a packed house. You'll have a packed box.
Oh, definitely.
The black box there will be packed. Yes.
We're going to claim that.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to claim that.
Yeah. So
Yes, for 2 days.
Yes, both days.
So you're having your rehearsals there as well, I imagine.
Yes, well, we definitely need some tech rehearsals. Yes.
Yeah. That's so great. And so sounds like you're always going to be working with the children.
Yes, absolutely. That's the essence of who we are.
Will they be part of the production that you're doing on the 24th?
Unfortunately, they're not. They're working towards their annual recital, which is June 8th at the Peekskill Middle School. Okay. So we're really getting them together for that. We have about, 15, 16 classes?
Yes.
And we have a total of about 60, 65 kids. So really getting them together with that, with costumes and choreography and, You know, it's a huge task.
It is very huge.
It's a huge task. And then we have our performing group, which has been doing everything for the holiday season.
Yes, our elite team.
Yes, we danced at the tree lighting ceremony. We just danced at Gleason's at their Ugly Sweater event. We danced at Saturday Academy this past Saturday, and the end of the month we're doing Home for the Holidays. So that's keeping us busy. And then we have the elite team, and they ask us to perform different places with them. So we keep the kids very busy also.
Tell me about the elite team.
The elite team is a group of dancers that are handpicked, that the teachers sit down and discuss that they are capable of learning choreography outside of their classes, and that we can take them to different venues to perform.
So it sounds like, you know, it almost sounds like it's something that's already there and that you're taking a journey towards something that is already there. But that's the way it sounds to me. Very, very exciting. You know, I have to thank you both so much for allowing me the opportunity to come into Just the Place and interview you both. I feel like I've got a heads up on things that no one else knows about, you know, but they will. You know, and congratulations.
Thank you.
On everything. I'm so anxious to see the performance, and I have to find a child and see if I can get them in here. Seriously, no, because I know that it's a beautiful thing. It's good for poise, presentation, and self-esteem. And so tell me, how can my audience, our audience, get in touch with you to be involved and see the show?
Well, the studio is located at 2 Stowe Road, Suite 3 in Peekskill. We say Suite 3, everyone thinks it's the 3rd floor, but it's actually the 1st floor. We have classes in ballet, modern, jazz, hip-hop, tap, praise, Afro beats. We have a little bit of everything. We start at 3 years old. From 3 to 6 is our minis. From 7 to 12 is our juniors. And 13 and up are our seniors. We can be reached at www.justtheplace.org or 914-930-8877.
I like it. I like it. So we're good. We're good for you. I'm just like so happy for you both. You know, I like the relaxed thing, and you know, I'll say that I know that dance is a beautiful thing, and so I'm going to tell my audience, Just the Place for dance. That's where you want to go, and you'll hear more from Sharon and Symone, because I really know that another interview is in my future with them, because I will see the show, and I'd love to talk to you and have you address my audience again about the show after seeing it.
Definitely.
We'll look forward to that.
It's a beautiful time of year for dance.
Yes, it is. Anytime is a beautiful time
good.
to dance.
Keep dancing. Keep singing.
Yes.
Really. And so come back. You will be back. And I'm just really happy that you agreed to talk with me.
Thank you for
Yes.
having me.
Yes. Thank you
No,
so much.
Yes.
I enjoyed you both. We had a good time.
Yes, we did. This was
did.
great.
That was
Thank you so
fun.
much.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, everybody. Next time, you know, I'll bring the most interesting people I can find on the planet for you. Good night. Bye-bye.